Good morning, guys. It's time for another question and answer video where I went through and got some of your questions, and we're going to answer those. I got to admit, this is it's probably my favorite kind of videos to do. That's always my favorite thing. Even whenever I'm doing talks or classes or whatever it is, my favorite part is just doing question and answer, the back and forth. And I guess it's because whenever I talk, I already know what I have to say. I've heard everything I've got to say repeatedly. But when people ask questions, it makes it more spontaneous. You never know what the question's going to be, and it just allows you to kind of free flow a little bit. It allows me to talk about things that I don't talk about, over and over. Like when you do, say, 20 classes, some of this information you're covering over and over, and whenever I answer you guys' questions, it's new stuff for me. So thank you for those. And please keep sending more. Whatever you think of, whatever you want to know, just put those questions in the comments for this video, and that's what we'll do. I want to do these at least once a week, question and answer videos once a week. I want to start with someone ask, whenever I do the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram, and the way I give it in High Magic, traditionally there's only 4 angels with it: Raphael, Gabriel, Michael, and Uriel. And in my version, I added 2 more. I added Metatron above and Sandalphon below. And someone asked, are there specific colors associated with Metatron and Sandalphon? Like, do you visualize them in specific colors? And the answer is yes. Metatron you visualize as white, because Metatron is the archangel associated with the very top sphere on the Tree of Life, Kether. This is the sphere of, pure divinity. No patterns, nothing, just pure blinding white light. So you visualize Metatron as wearing robes of white. Sandalphon is she is the archangel of Earth as a whole, of the entire material realm. So Metatron is the archangel of heaven. Sandalphon is the archangel of Earth, not the element of Earth. That's Uriel, and Uriel is green on your left-hand side. Traditionally, when we're talking about Malkuth, which is the Earth sphere on the Tree of Life, it is divided into 4 colors, or if you're visualizing it, like when you're doing the middle pillar, you visualize it as black. But it also has 4 other colors corresponding with it, like citrine, etc. For me, when I think of Earth, the color I think of is brown. Just brown of dirt, brown of, the ground, brown of the desert. So that's what I visualize Sandalphon as. She is wearing robes of brown. You've already got green in Uriel, so you don't want to repeat that because you're adding other elements. So I visualize her as wearing robes of brown, and she is usually holding like a cornucopia. When you're a little kid and you're looking at Thanksgiving decorations, they call it the Horn of Plenty. It's like a round horn-shaped thing, and it's always like made of wicker, and it's full of fruits and vegetables and things like that. That's what I envision her as holding, because the earth is where all of that comes from, that abundance and prosperity and all of that. Another question was, when you're working with all 72 angels of the Shem operation, Shem HaMephorash, do they have colors? Yes, and that is harder to go into. If you look back through the post on here, you will find at some point in the past, I posted a chart with these angels all listed on it. It was sometime in the past year, and they're all color-coded. These 72 angels are angels of the zodiac. So you have, I believe it's 6 of them, each of a different color. Like the first 6 are red, because red is the color of Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. The next sign, what's the next sign? Taurus? If it's Taurus, Taurus is orange, so the next 6 would be orange, because they all fall under the correspondences of Taurus. What these are angels of degrees of the zodiac, these 72 angels. So all you do is go by the signs of the zodiac, and you divide them, the 72, into 6. So the first 6 are the same color as the first sign of the zodiac. The second 6 are the same color as the second sign of the zodiac. Third 6, same color as the third sign of the zodiac, because they represent zodiacal energies, degrees of zodiacal energies. Somebody else asked, which Regarde book, Israel Regarde book, do I recommend for newbies? And to be quite honest, the answer to that would be none, unless you are just really, really eager to move into complicated stuff. Regarde's books are not for newbies, to be quite honest. They are really, really hard to decipher and comprehend if you don't have a thorough grounding in basic practices of magic. Now, some of these books, here's the thing, they say they're for newbies, for people who are just starting out, that these are, barely basic bottom level books. I myself found that was not true. When I first started magic, when you first open the Golden Dawn, the book, they call it the Black Brick because it's about this thick, and it contains all the basic rituals and knowledge lectures and everything else of the Golden Dawn by Israel Regarde. A friend of mine said it's like trying to read an alien language, and that's what it was like for me. I could not, but this book says it's for beginners. This is outer order work. I couldn't understand this until I had worked my way through several other books, including Learning Ritual Magic by John Michael Greer and Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig, as well as, and I can't recommend these books highly enough, you may think they are very elementary and childish in the beginning, but they will teach you the basic foundation practices of magic. They are, it's a series by a woman who goes by the name Silver Ravenwolf. She did one called To Ride a Silver Broomstick, one called To Stir a Magic Cauldron, and I can't remember what the other one was, but there's 3 in the series. To Ride a Silver Broomstick is the first one. And technically these books are paganism. They fall into the category of Wicca, neo-paganism, the witchcraft tradition. She doesn't call what she does ceremonial magic. She says she's a witch and practices witchcraft. It's the same thing. All witchcraft is really, really simplified, watered down ceremonial magic, which makes it a lot easier to understand. By the time you can do her rituals, her basic witchcraft rituals, like casting a circle, she goes through the basics of breathing exercises, meditation, etc. By the time you do that, you are doing the same thing that you're doing in like the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. She just takes it in a step-by-step way and shows you about 10 different ways to do each thing, like say casting a circle. Casting a circle is what she calls creating an energetic boundary around your space. And you can take that and modify it to make boundaries just around yourself that go wherever you go, which is what I've been writing about, in our shielding exercises that you've been seeing day to day. The last question, I can't remember exactly how it was phrased, but someone was asking about how you do healing exercises like I did for my teeth when I was in prison, or like I did for, various ailments I have. The answer is, what you're doing whenever you are inhaling is taking in chi. Every time you take a breath, you're also taking in chi. It's what the basic foundation practices of Qigong, Tai Chi, Taoism, all that's what they're doing. All you do is focus. You do just like you do when you're practicing yoga, and they tell you something like when you're doing a specific stretch to breathe into a body part, like they'll say, breathe into the backs of your legs while you're, bending over, stretching your hamstrings. You do the same thing to heal. Like, for example, if you have a body part that's ailing you, you focus on that body part. Sometimes it helps if you put a hand on it because that allows you to focus concentration there. Every time you inhale, you see the energy going to that body part, and you see it glowing as bright gold as you can make it glow. Inhale again, see it glowing even brighter as you inhale. Inhale again, see it glowing even brighter as you inhale. It's that easy. And in the beginning, you'll think, surely this can't work. It can't be this easy. It does. It is. So, for example, for me and my teeth, I would just, every time I inhale, I would envision the light and the chi going into my teeth, and they glow brighter and brighter gold every time I inhale. That's all there is to it. You can do this with, like, if you have that stitch in your side whenever you're running and you do that, it makes that stitch go away like that. That's one of the things that shows you how effective this is. When you use it on a small thing like that and it works, it shows you that it builds your faith, is what it does. It teaches you how effective this is, and you'll start to have faith for even bigger things, which makes it work even stronger. Okay guys, I'm running over. Thank you for being with me. I love you guys. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.